everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to share all that I've colored for the month of July. I only have 4 pictures to show you because July was not very busy for me as far as coloring is concerned. My birthday was this month and then work was crazy, so I'll just go ahead and share what I have to show. And if you hear my fan in the background, just try to tune that out because I'm not cutting it off because it is super blazing, okay, where I live at. Let's get started. The first picture I have to show is from Fairytopia Special by Mystic Art Mirrors, also known as Kristen Glorious Ink, and I have colored this picture, nope, not that one, this one here. I finished July 6th with Prismas, and as you can see, I did use a marker base, an alcohol marker base for majority or if not all of the picture, and here is how she turned out. So I do have some chalk pastel in the background, and I do have a crap ton of stickles on here. So I have stickles in her hair and her nails, the butterflies. I have glossy accents on her eyes and her nice lip glossy lips. Really enjoy putting sparkle and shiny stuff on my pages. But yeah, this is how she turned out, and I really love to color portraits, and this was a fairly simple one to do. And I really enjoy making her hair the ombre pink and green color because I like to do just fun colors of hair. So this is how this one turned out, and I really enjoyed coloring her skin tone and everything of that sort. So this is like my 3rd or 4th picture in this book. Yeah, this is my 3rd picture in this book. So I am kind of making progress, even though I have a lot of these pictures already from other coloring books that she has, so that's probably why I don't really reach for this book often, and the pictures that I have colored are the ones that are exclusively made for this issue. So we can move on to the next thing that I have to share. Next book is a fairly new recent purchase for me. It is in Siren Dumon by Diane Dufour. Probably said that wrong, I don't know. But this is the 2nd picture that I've completed in this book. I did this the day after my birthday. I finished it July 16th. I actually had started it a few days before that, but I didn't finish it. It took me a couple of days because I had to decide like how I wanted to continue the picture. But this is how this page ended up turning out. I used all ink tints. That is my doggy coming up here if you hear him whining. I used all ink tints, and I believe I used Neocolor too for the background like I always do because it gives me a little bit more of a smoother finish. But I used Prismacolor on top, Prismacolor pencils on top for any shading that I did, and of course I used some glitter gel pen and some stickles and my golds, Ganzai Tambi watercolor paints for some of the gold. And then I really like how I did the tail intertwined at the bottom because I tried to put a little green in there to kind of complement the green that I had on the picture. But yeah, overall I tried to use a limited color palette, and I really like how it turned out. And I think this is so cute, and it reminds me of, you know, Lady and the Tramp Disney movie when they share the spaghetti. And I'm talking about the animated one because I refuse to watch Disney live action movies that they remake from animated versions. That's just my preference. But anyway, this is how this picture turned out, and I really enjoyed finishing this picture. And I have done 2 pictures in this book, which I'm really proud of because I just got this book and I've been enjoying using my ink tints again. So we can move on to the next book that I have to share with you. Now I have been having a really tough time trying to decide for myself if I would like to keep my Lulu Mail books. So for lack of a better term, I'm kind of forcing myself to color in them to see if I still like them or not. But I have completed a picture in A Million Dogs, and each, funnily enough, page that I've colored in here have been double page spreads, which this took me years to finally finish that page. But I was super excited for my mom and I's birthday, which is July 15th, and for certain years, a couple of years within the handful of last years, if this is going to make any sense, I have colored a theme picture for our birthday using our favorite colors, which mine is purple and my mom's favorite color is blue. And I'll just pick a page. Oddly enough, they've been Lulu Mail pages both years that I did it, and I'll theme it around our birthday. And so this one was perfect because it had cakes and nice sweets and stuff. and you know, it was just very apropos. So I colored this with my Holbeins because I like to use Holbeins and Lulu Mail's books because they just work really well for me personally. And yeah, I just chose this page, had my eye on it for a while, and then like I said, it was just appropriate for our birthday. So I did put our little zodiac symbol in one of the cupcakes, little sneaky uh, addition I did there, and then I put our birthday in this cake here, and then of course I put the year that I finished it. So I don't know if I finished this on our birthday, but I did it on or around that time. And then I have so much gold Ganzatambi watercolor paint on here, as well as some really nice gold copper kind of tone color gel pen that I had found that I had. And then I did use chalk pastel in the background. It's a mixture of purple and blue, but you probably cannot really tell that. And I did try to washi tape this bottom of this table to make it look like a nice pattern cloth washi tape, and you could probably kind of see the remnants of that because it's like a line that's straight across that I was using my craft knife to try to cut, but I couldn't really be bothered after a while to try to make my washi tape fit all around this little fiddly stuff. I don't know how people do it, where I watch Sapphire Colors. I watch Sapphire Colors, and she has the best like collage and like cutting out washi tape around tiny little fiddly things that ain't nobody got time for. I don't know how she does it, but she manages to do it. And I tried to channel my inner Sapphire Colors and do it, and it just, I got frustrated. I gave up, left the table white, and then just made sure I just put my shadows in because I just couldn't do it. Maybe I'll try again, but I just can't do the fiddly bits, man. It's just too much, and it kept tearing, and it was just, the patience was thin. The patience was thin. But this is the end result of this picture. I really enjoyed coloring this. It did not take me very long, especially because, you know, I didn't have to really concentrate on making this bit fancier of the table, putting a pattern and all of that stuff. I just left it. So this is, I think, the third birthday picture that I've done within the past 5 years for my mom and I don't do it every year. I was going to make it a tradition every year, but then it seems like a chore, so I just go by whatever mood that I would like to do, and this year was the mood for it. So yeah, really enjoyed this one. And I always love coloring food. Y'all know I do. I love to imagine like what flavors and what textures and stuff things can be. So that's the end result of this picture. Like I mentioned, I'm having a real struggle within myself about Lulu Mail's books. I love her art. I think it's so cute, but I don't know if I enjoy coloring it as much. And I have like 4 of her books or 5 of her books, and I just don't reach for them enough. So like I said, I'm trying to make myself, I don't like to use that, but I'm trying to make myself coloring them. It's A Million Mermaids, correct myself. And speaking of the birthday picture, this was the very first one that I had done when I decided to start doing that for our birthday. And this was back in 2020, 2021, I think. But anyway, we're here to talk about this page here. So I colored this page, and I was very much inspired by Elm Colors. That's who really has been my motivation to try to pick up my Lulu Mail books. I watch her Lulu Mail video all the time. It's probably bordering on creepy. Because I really want the motivation to come and color in my Lulu Mail books, because I do like her art style and stuff. It's cutesy. You don't have to think too much about it. It can be as simple or complicated as you want. And of course, I could just throw glitter and sparkly stuff on them, and you know, they're simplistic pictures. So I just looked to her for inspiration, and she did a monochromatic page, I think in all pinks or reds or something, of this page. So she inspired me to make my page in greens, because I just looked at this and I wanted like light pale greens or teals. So that's pretty much what I based my picture on. And if I tilt it, you can see the color shifting paint. I hope you are catching all of that, because this is my first time using it. I got my color shifting paints. Let me grab them. I got my color shifting paints from this store that we have in the United States called Five Below, and they're like chameleon watercolors. These were really cheap, and you know, they look different whether you put them on white or black, or I don't know, probably could be really cool to put these on like different color backgrounds to see. But I only tried it on white and black just to see, and this is how it looks on white. And I just love to color shift, to just tilt the page and look at the color shift, because it's so cool. I don't know what sorcery they use to make this happen, but I love it. And yeah, I just really like how this turned out. I did my regular, you know me for trademark white hair, and yeah, just went with the nice soft greens, and I really like how this turned out. It's so cute. I just, am trying to make myself color more in her books because I don't reach for them enough. Like I said, I'm going through that with a lot of my books now. I just don't feel for them as much as I did, and taste change, style changes. Like, I know these things, but we shall just see how my journey continues to go with my Lulu Mail books. But because I have colored in them, and because I look to other colorists for inspiration, it's really been motivating me, and it's making me feel, change my mind a little bit. So yeah, that is all I have to show you all. I hope you enjoyed my little limited coloring that I did do in July. Like I said, it wasn't a very busy month for me for my hobby of coloring, but hopefully August I'll have something to show. You never know with me month to month how things go. I have the desire to color a portrait or handle in. So it'll be one of these two that I put my pencils on here soon. But I hope you've enjoyed all that I had to show. It wasn't very much, but I appreciate you watching, and people who still take the time to comment and appreciate my videos. I appreciate you. Let's stay safe out here, and I hope to see you in my next video.